Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septerra18. I have been enjoying making folio folders recently, and I had shared with you a couple of folio folders and tutorials, and I wanted to create another different style, and I did create one and I was happy with how it turned out. And I made a 2-in-1 folio folder with a journal booklet inside the folder, and I'll show you what it looks like. And I did get the inspiration to create the folio folder with a journal. So this is the one that I've made, and I'm going to show you the inside, and then I'm going to do the easy tutorial for you if you wanted to make one of these as well. But it was inspired by my recent folio that I made, which was this one here. And I had a few of you wanting to know what paper I use to create this folio. And it's a 12 by 12 paper pad, which is by Die Cuts with a View. I've got all the papers coming out, but it's this one here. It's called Floral Couture, and it's beautiful papers, and it's a very nice medium to heavyweight double-sided paper. So there's just some lovely patterns in here, and this is a perfect sort of paperweight to make your folios. So that's what I use for this one. This was also the one that I'd done the tutorial to make this one. This paper is also by Die Cuts with a View, but I was trying to find the paper pad, but I can't find it. But so to make the folio folder that I'm going to show you, which is this one, it's very similar to how I put this one together. And so this was the tutorial one. I do love this one. This is a really lovely one, and it has half of it's sort of part of this is what I've made to create the folder, and then I added a journal inside. So let me show you how it looks like, and then I'll show you the similarities to this part here. But this is the one I'm going to show, and it's just such a great size. So what I've done was I've used some tulle trim, which was from Tapology, and that you get this some strands of all different trims, and I just separated it and used this to create the closure. It opens up with this little side flap here on the side, and then I just did a little bit of embellishing. Let me just take this out, and I just added a little like an embellishment here, and punched a hole and added a little tassel here just to dangle at the end to decorate the cover. It opens up this way, and then there is this side pocket here, and it's a great pocket because you can put so much in here. And what I've done here was, over here I've got a embellishment that I just used some paper strips, and there's a paper clip here which I just attached it to a belly band using another paper scrap, and I just made it cut it into a strip and attach it to the pocket here. And this is just a little extra piece if you wanted to add something into your pocket, or you want to gift one of these folios. You can add one of these little simple paper layered strip embellishment. And then I just placed like a paper clip here, and then I just slide it through the belly band. And behind that belly band I also placed a library pocket that I made in one of my other tutorials, just using your paper stash. And you can make a ton of them. These are just some of the ones that I made, and you can make a few of these and bundle them up and then keep them for your projects. So I had one of these that I had already made and showed you, and I thought that would be perfect to place behind that belly band as another tuck spot, and just to make this part interactive. I also placed like a journaling card or a photo mat, just cutting it out and then corner rounding the 4 corners. So you could add a photo here with this nice background, and then document the photo or use this as a journaling space. So there is a lot of place here to add a few things and just slide them in there. And it's nice too the way it can stick out there, so there's heaps of room if you have wider papers you want to use, or an envelope. You can just place that in there, and then it's nice too. Here you can see the pattern showing behind the front cover. So that is the belly band part, and then that's the side tuck pocket. And I again just cut a little strip of some paper scraps that made it into like a little file tab note card for somewhere to write. You could use your digital papers, just cut up somewhere with digital papers and slide them in here for somewhere to use for some writing. I also made a note booklet with some printing paper and just cutting them out, and then just attaching a brad to the back to just keep them all together. Just another little extra that you could use for somewhere to do some writing. So that's this part. So with this one here, if you had made this one in from my other video, you can also add a belly band here. Let me see if I've got another strip here. Another strip. So if you had made this, you can add a belly band to the front of this pocket here like that. And that could also be another place for you to add another note booklet or some note cards. You just got to glue the top there and a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then just glue it down, and then you've got a nice little side pocket or a spot there to add some more pieces and make that interactive. So you could do that to that folder, but I thought this was just another fun way to add that. So I'm going to place that in there. And then over here is the journal booklet, where I just made this and then added some printing paper and then some vellum, single-sided paper, so there's somewhere to do some writing. Add another little paper strip and fold that in half to create a little page tab. Also decorates your journal here on the side. And then this is the next side. I didn't use a lot of papers. I think there's only like 6 pages in here or so, but you can add as many pages as you want. And then I created this into like a file tab, so you could write what this journal is for. You can date it. So I'm going to show you how to add this inside the folder in this tutorial. And if you don't want to add the booklet and just use this as a folder, you could also do that. So at the back of the journal is this part here, which is similar to this one. So I'll just flip this over so you can see that it is quite similar to this side. So I got the inspiration from this part to create this side. So it's exactly the same. So it's got that little pocket there, and this one has the same pocket. And I cut a strip of some more paper and made this into like a washi sample card. And then you can add your washi samples here, and then you have somewhere to store them if you want to decorate your pages in your journal. You can just peel off your washi tape and then just cut out what you like, and then you can decorate your pages. So that's just another great way to store that, or great for Happy Mail to add as a gift. So that just goes in there, and it's exactly the same. This part has that pocket there. And so I made this also into a pocket, and you can fit a ton of things. I've got journaling cards. I added another of the pocket library pockets in there. So that is the pocket. You could also add another journal booklet in here too. So it's a nice big opening there, and nice and wide, and you can make it as high as you like for your journaling booklet. So that is that part. And you can, you've got this space here to add another pocket. If you wanted to even add another one of these, you could add that to the inside of your journal. So you've got another place to store some more tags. You can also place it here on this side. You can add another one there. You can also place one here as well. So a lot of places to keep having fun and enjoying and decorating inside the folder or your journal. And these little floral images that's on the pages, I use these rub-ons by Topology to decorate the pages so they're not plain. And I'll link down below their website and my coupon code if you wanted to purchase one of these rub-on sheets. And you get quite a few in this pack. I think you get about 5 or 6 different floral sheets, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm going to just do another one now and show you how easy it is that you can put it into one of these pages. I'm just going to do quickly. I might just grab, I might use this one here. Let's do that one. So all I'm going to do is just cut around the image, and you'll see that there is like a little border around the flower. Just try and not cut on top of that border when you cut it, otherwise you will trim off some of the image. And then I'm going to peel this back, and then you'll have your image onto some sort of like a vellum sheet. And I'm going to place it here. So just place it where you like. So I'm going to put mine there, press that down. It comes with like a paddle pop stick, and then just apply a bit of pressure to the image and just start rubbing and pressing it down. And what you want to try and do is you want to press it down so that this image will get adhered to your page, and really get around to those edges too. And once you rub it all, you can just gently peel it off, and your image should adhere to your page. There. And how nice does that look? It just decorates your page just so lovely already. All right, so that is the folder with the mini journal. So let's get right into the tutorial. I'll show you how you can make one of these. Let's put that to the side. Oh, I also added some beads to the spine as well. So I'm going to show you how to join the pages as well. What you're going to need, let me just move these. I've got my scoreboard here. You want to cut your paper. So I've got these two pieces of papers. If you want to add the journal, you're going to need to cut another piece. And what we're going to do first, so for the cover part, this is the cover. You want to cut that paper at 6 inches by 8 inches. And for this part here, let me just bring this over. So this part, which is this part, you want to cut that paper, I'll start again. For the cover, you want to cut that paper at 6 by 6 inches. So this is going to be the cover. So this is my cover, 6 by 6 inches. And for the back part that comes with the pocket with this side flap, you want to cut that piece at 6 by 8 inches. 6 by 8. For the journal booklet, you want to cut that paper at 6 inches by 8 3/4 of an inch. And you want it this way. So when you fold it, that's how your journal will look like. So it was 8 3/4 inches by 6 inches. The cover is 6 inches by 6 inches. And for the back part of your folder, 6 inches by 8 inches. So that is all the pieces that you need to create the this whole booklet. And then for the papers, that's just your printing paper or photocopying paper. And then I'll show you the measurements for that when we get to the booklet. But let's get everything together first. We'll start with the cover, which is your 6 by 6 paper, which is this one. So we're going to do 2 score lines. We're going to score that at 1.5 inches and 4.25 inches. That one's done for that. For the back part of the folder with the pocket, we are going to on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 4 3/4 of an inch all the way to the bottom. So it's 4 3/4. We're going to turn this around on the 8-inch side, and we're going to score at 6 inches. And that's that. And what we'll do next, we'll fold these together first. We'll assemble this, and then we'll do the journal booklet. And we'll just put the scoreboard away for now. That way we don't get confused. The first thing we're going to do is the paper that was 6 by 8 inches. You're not going to see it here, but you're going to see you've got a score line. And there's a little panel corner down here. We're going to remove that. I'll just turn it this way if you can see it. Probably can't see it, but you want to remove this little piece. And I'm trying to find my score line. So I think that's it there. I'm going to remove that. And then we'll put this to the side for now. So this is now how it looks like. And we're going to corner around that little piece. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And we're going to corner around this little piece here. I'm just going to see if that's straight. I think it's straight. So what we're going to do, let's remove a little bit more. Just a little bit more. It's just so that when we fold this side, it doesn't catch onto the pocket. And I'm going to corner around that. So that is that part done. And I'm just going to fold this up first. So we'll fold that piece up. And then we're going to bring this little piece over to the top. So that's that part done, which is this part here. Okay, the next part, we've got the 6 by 6 paper with those 2 score lines. We're going to corner around those 2 corners. And you probably can't see the score line, but we're going to fold those 2 score lines in. So these are now your 2 score lines folded. The one that's slightly wider, which should be the one on the right, that's going to get placed inside like that. And then when you close it over, that becomes your folder. It's just like this one. It looks difficult, but it's actually easier than it looks. So that's how that will look like. So then you've got this part here, which is that side pocket, and then you've got that side pocket at the back. We're going to put the journal booklet in here. Now, if you don't want your journal booklet in there and you just want to keep this as a folder, all you're going to do here is you're going to add glue all along down here. I'll do that now, but then I'll remove it out because we need to put the booklet in before we adhere it. But this is just for those that don't want the booklet. I'm just going to lightly just put some glue here just so you could see how to put it together. And then you're going to open all that up. You're going to place this along there, glue that down. So you want that, sorry, I'm just going to, that glue, just press it down for now. And you close it up. You want a little bit of that coming out a little bit. You can see there. Glue all that down, and that will now become your back pocket. And then you will punch a thumb notch here to create that little pocket. We're going to create this little pocket here. So I'm going to do that now, just so you can see. So I'm just going to open that up, and I'm just going to do my best to try and get it centered between these 2 corners. So that. So when you bring that up, you've got like a thumb notch. You're going to glue along this bottom here and a little bit of glue on the inside here, and you're going to bring this up and glue them down, and that will now close up your folder and it's ready to go. Once you've got that glue down, you'll have this as a pocket, and you're going to open this up and you're going to glue down here. And I can do that now actually, because we can finish this up. So if you want to, you can glue this part down as well. Even before we do the journal, we can just, let's assemble that. And that's part's done. So that's glued down and that becomes your pocket. And then you've got this little piece here. You're just going to fold this in half. And that's going to be the little piece here. I'm going to go this way. That's going to be the part to create the closure. This little bit there. So we could do that. I'll do that last. But we're going to add the booklet. So to add the booklet, I'm going to take this back out because we're going to work with this piece. I'll put that to the side. And we'll grab this piece. Let's create the journal. So you've got your paper cut at 6 inches by 8 3/4 of an inch. So let me see what we'll do first here. Actually, I've got this out. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what's the easiest way to work this. I'm going to put the image, the cover facing down, and on the 8 3/4 inch mark, we're going to score at 4 inches. So that's it for the scoring. You're going to grab your paper trimmer, and if you follow me and you've watched me make these, it's exactly the same as all of my file folders. We're going to cut all the way up about halfway and stop, and I'm just going to go in about 1/2 inch in and cut halfway. So I'm going to line the right edge of my paper going in about 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to cut that about halfway. And I'm going to angle cut it going down, just like that. And I'll corner around these 2 corners. And I'm going to fold this over, and this will now give me the cover of my journal. So that's cover, and that will go inside in there like that, along that folded part there. That's going to get placed in there. And then that will get placed in there like that. And there's your journal. I'm just showing you how it looks first, so you can see how it's going to come together. Open that up. There's your side pocket, and this is your journal with your pages. And then you got this little piece, and then you got that piece. So that's that. We'll put this to the side again. I'm going to add my pages in here now, which you can do. So if you have digital papers, use whatever papers you want to add in here for your pages. If you have A4 size paper like I have here, all you do is fold it in half or cut it in half. You're going to cut that in half, and so this is what I have here. Cut it in half, and then you'll have 2 pieces per page, and you just cut as many as you like. And then once you've cut that in half, I'm going to fold them over again in half, and this will create my journal pages. And you can also then add some vellum in here. You can add a doily. You can add baking paper, digital papers. So I'm just going to fold these all individually. So pretty much you just want to cut any of your papers to fit inside your booklet. So there is no right or wrong way of measuring your papers or your inserts. You can make them however you like. going to put these all in here now. So these are all of my pages. It's just a basic one, just to show you how to put it together. And that's going to go inside like that. And then you can corner around all of your corners, which I won't do that in this video. I'm just going to show you how to put it together. Right, so I'm going to find the middle, place that in here. Just got to grab a couple of paper clips just to hold the pages in place. And if you just want to make a journal by itself, you can even just follow this same method and just make your own journal booklets without the folder. So I'm just going to place one up there and one down here just to hold the pages in place. And what I'm going to use some crochet string. You can use anything you like, whatever you want to use to bind your pages into your booklet. I'm just going to use some of this, and I've got like a rubber pad. You can use a mouse pad or whatever you have. A crafting mat is fine too. It's just when we pierce the hole, you don't damage your table. And I'm going to pierce 3 holes. This is just an awl. You can use your piercing tool. I always like to start from the middle. I'm going to pierce a hole somewhere in the center of where the fold is, and just do that. And 2 more, one sort of evenly spaced. I'm going to probably go about here. Do that. And then one up here, somewhere about the same. So this is how I make my little journals. If you have an extendable stapler, you could just staple it. You can stitch it, whatever you like. Now I'm just going to, I've got one of these needles that I use. Just opens up and it's just easy, but use whatever you like. That's easy enough for you to thread your papers through. And I'm going to start from the outside of the book, going in the middle, in the center of the center hole. And I'm going to bring it up. So we've done that. So I've gone in from the outside in, and then I'm going to go in and go through the top of that hole. Go, and it takes me out. And then I'm going to bring this and go past that center and come down to the bottom hole and pierce that through. Pierce this through. Oops. Didn't make it through the hole. 1 second. Just get that in there. There we go. And now I've got that coming up the front. And now I'm going to bring this back into the middle and come out. Take that out. And now I've got these 2 tails. Cut that end of my crochet string. So now I've got that. One's a bit longer than the other, so I'm just going to adjust it because I want this a bit longer. So I'm just going to just play around with this and try and get it all to... Oh, I just pulled it out. Sorry. I'll put that back in. I should have given myself extra length, but it'll still work. Just bring that back in. Okay. So I'm happy with that length for now, and that is done for that. And we can just now take these out. I'm going to tie tie this into a knot. So I'm just going to make sure I've got one on each end coming out of that part, and just tying a couple of knots to hold it in place, and that will secure the pages. And then you can add some beads and dangles like I have to this bottom part to decorate it. So we've got that journal all in place now. Now we can place it. Oh, I made a mistake. Sorry. Oh, I was meant to attach it to here. Oh, let's just do that again. Oh, that was my mistake. I hope you guys haven't made this already. I hope you're just watching it first. I've got to take this out. I was one step ahead of myself. You know what? I'm going to take this out and do it again. So what I do is I just make one project and then I go straight and do the video. So I sometimes forget how to make it the second time round. So I'm just gonna, this whole lot is supposed to go and attach to this piece. That's what we were supposed to do. So I'm gonna put that back and start again. Hopefully I've got all the holes in the right place. Yeah, that's what happens when I make this. I just forget how to make it sometimes the second time round, even the measurements. So I'm going to hope that I've got the holes in the right place. So let's put that back in there. So that's going to go in there. Hold that in place. There. And there. It's okay. Let's do that again. So we'll do that again exactly the same way. Now I'm probably going to lose the holes. I'm not sure where the holes go. I'm just going to punch it back, piece that. I do apologise if you've already started the booklet. But at least this way you get to see me thread it again in case you've missed it and got a bit confused the first time. I can show you again this time. So, and now I can make it a little bit longer. Right, I'm going to go in from the front. Oops. From the front in. Oops. And then I'm going to go to the top hole. Sometimes I didn't make the hole big enough. Sorry. Goes in there. And then I'm going to go past the center and go over to the bottom hole. And then I'm going to go in back the center and out. Oops. Oh, it's not working for me today. There we go. Okay. That should do it there. Now I can just remove that. Well, now we've got everything in place. And that's the back part. Okay, so we'll go back and I'll just tie this up like I've done before. Right, now we're going to put all together and we're just about done. We've got this back part here, so this is your front, all done. We're just going to do it exactly how I showed you if you weren't going to add the booklet. Just adding glue to the back here, all the way, and try and use some good strong glue. And I'm going to just place it on the edge. Now I like to have mine a little bit away from the edge of the back. So that's glued in place. That way this part here, when you want to close it, it doesn't catch onto this edge here. So I just move this out a little bit. And now I can glue this little piece on this edge here. And a little bit here. Just lining it up with this edge, this pocket. Bring that up, seal that off, and that's completes your whole folder. Now, if this starts to catch along this file tab here and it catches onto your closure, if it does, you can just trim a little bit of this tab piece out if it catches onto that, or you can just sort of play around with it so that it lines up, but this just fits nicely in there. But if you need to trim that off, you can do that. So that is all that part done. So this should now be a pocket for like a slim tag or washi tape sample. It's your pocket. And just to finish it off, I'm just going to use that little piece that we trimmed off in the corner, fold that in half, a corner around these edges along that fold. And then I'm just going to place it on here and punch a hole out, so I've got somewhere to add some trim to create a closure. You can place it wherever you like, just place it in the middle, like that. And there is your folder with your journal booklet tied inside the folder. So let me just show you quickly how it looks like. So this is your cover, and then you open this up, and this is the side tuck pocket, and then you can add a belly band here. Let's just add that on here while I've got this open. Since I've got this little piece here. Hoping that's the right size. I'm just going to add a bit of glue there and glue there, just for some fun interactive piece to the pocket. Alright, so there we have your side pocket with the belly band. And you've got that pocket there, which is this pocket. You've got your booklet. And this is the back part here, where I just showed you the washi tape sample. And then this is your back pocket. And that is all to it. And I hope it wasn't as confusing. I do apologize for that little bit of a stuff up with the joining in the journal to the cover, but hopefully it was easy enough for you to follow at the end of it all. So I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had so much fun making this, and I'm actually going to make another one like this using my digitals. Once I have them ready and put my collection together, I'm going to make one of these using that, and then I'll list my digital collection in my Etsy store as well. So just keep looking into my shop, and I will do an update and show you the digitals once they're ready for me to release. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.